from one of the loudest venues in the NFL. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Kansas City Chiefs. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Throwing at the outset, here's Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes, and this one caught by Travis Kelce. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and 3rd and 8 now.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Over the middle, it's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, 21.6 miles per hour. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this run?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. I think
into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco. His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Let's go now.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
18 Randall.
He'll look to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Mahomes now to throw. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. And now it's Valdez-Scantling on the end around.
And he stopped immediately there.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Derek Gore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 21-0.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's now 6 dropbacks, 6 incompletions. Yeah, the defense has been pretty good early, but he's got to start hitting some of those throws. He's making them better than what they actually are.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Sanders' kick is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Mahomes throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards to pick up there.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Mahomes to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Sam Hubbard able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and a rout is on here in this first half. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Well, a tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. He's got him in, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there as as the first half is winding down. And the Steelers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to 28-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Mecole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So we've come upon halftime here in KC with the Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
2nd and 1. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw them.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing there. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 30, 10, 5. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and they open the lead up now to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now this throw caught left side, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. The man in motion left here, Johnson. Second and 13. And he's got his man on the out route. And they got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Hey, pass.
They'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Johnson goes in motion left. They'll set up to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
To throw, it's Mahomes. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Let's go now.
The offense on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Dancing to his left, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On 1st down, Mahomes. Touchdown! Marquez Valdez-Scantling with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chiefs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Okay, ready?
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Ready?
They'll look to throw here. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
43.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman. 46 yards. And the Chiefs add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth. Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You're trailing by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard in doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
And out across midfield down to the 45. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Looking to throw. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side, and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Back to throw again. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Sanders on for the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. But they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now it's Mahomes again. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it. But it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
Now the gadget play here on 4th down winds up backfiring. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Sanders now to add the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught inside the 10. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give him credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get 2 closer here on the fake extra point. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Mahomes going to throw it here. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces voices heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense